In a while. Good evening and welcome to the pre-Halloween Chasing Prophecy Friday Night Live. I'm your host, Jenny Nicasio, along with Sean Kelly and Jason. I always mess up your name.
I am Petro.
Lee Petro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about the Bellaire House. What Jason and Pittsburgh Paranormal Society, their findings, and we'll talk a little bit about last night's show. Okay, I'm handing it over to you guys. So whoever wants to go first.
Good, Sean. Start us off.
I'll be happy to. Well, a couple of weeks ago, we went to the Bellaire House for 2-night investigation, and it was like pretty crazy. That figuring, right? Friday, the house was a happy house. There were happy spirits in this house. No problems, nothing at all. But come Saturday, it was like, honest to God, the house changed emotions from happiness to angriness. A lot of crap happened. Some 2 or 3 people were affected by what happened there, and there was some pretty heart-wrenching evidence that we got. Jason can do more with that one.
Go ahead, Jason.
Absolutely. Yeah, like Sean said, Friday was really cool there. Where everybody's having a good time. Just a little recap, and like he said, Saturday it was like a switch was flipped, and it literally just got angry, and you could feel just the tension of the house itself. I just finished up reviewing the evidence that I have, and I actually got a lot more than I anticipated. Between the surveillance cameras, catching orbs and unexplained things, to I think I got around like 30 hits on the spirit box, the spirit answering direct questions. One of the team members was affected directly by that. There was a spirit there that was related to them, and it got real personal. I won't go into details, but it answered specific questions and gave this person some clarity, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Absolutely.
You said it was related to someone.
Yeah.
Was it
yes.
So it wasn't part of your team, was it?
It was one of our team members.
Wow.
That was investigating with us. It was a relative of theirs that came through, and they asked some questions, and it was, like I said, it was really personal, so I won't disclose any of his information, but it proved to really be accurate, with using the spirit box that night, and I'm really glad we did, to help provide, we didn't expect it, but it helped provide some clarity on some things for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was like brutally emotional, and it was something that never experienced something like that in all my years of investigating. Never experienced something like that.
Well, okay, so this is at the Bellaire House, and this is in Ohio,
right?
So he was just playing with the person. I mean, how would he know all this stuff?
Well, we were doing EVP sessions and spirit box sessions. And we were happened to be doing a spirit box session, and that house was full of portals, which we've talked about how, spirits can be anywhere at any time, and they're able to come through these portals, whether it's family, it could be friend, it could be anybody. And it just happened to be that night that a specific spirit came through for this person. I don't know, probably because the spirit knew we were there and that was their chance to maybe shed some enlightenment. But it was very, very intense, very interesting. And, like I said, it got on a personal level.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
What was crazy about it, I was in the same room with all of them, and nothing was really happening. And I said, I got to leave because you guys won't get any evidence. And as soon as I left, that's when that ghost box started to open up with all kinds of things.
And what kind of things?
Well, that with that certain person in our group, with the and the family member, and Jason could explain it more because I had to leave the room in order for them to get evidence.
Yeah, that was
Why?
definitely.
Why did you have to leave the room?
I'm not being crazy or egotistical, but when Jason can verify it, this too is like whenever I'm in the room, the spirits go away. But when I leave the room, the spirits come back. Am I correct, Jason?
Yeah.
Why?
I've seen it.
Why do you think that is?
That's
Are you a wizard or a warlock like me?
No. It's someday I'd like to talk to you about that, but not on this show. Not yet.
Okay. Sure, no problem. So you leave the room, and all of a sudden, the spirit starts to talk.
Yes.
And they know things about this other person. Are they relatives of the person?
Well, it was actually interesting because once Sean left and the spirits started talking, I think we found out. I think there was 7 spirits that were in the room with us that came through because we asked how many spirits are here with us, and a direct 7 came through. So that was pretty interesting. Well, throughout the spirit box session, we actually had, I believe there was 5 of us in the room, and 3 of us had our names called through the spirit box. My name came up, I think, twice.
You're telling me your name, Jason, came up?
Yes.
And do you have any kind of evidence to you do?
Yeah. I'm going through all that, and I'm just trying to trim up the clips, and export them out into files for to play on iTunes or whatever. But you can hear my name, and then the person that was affected, his name I think actually got said 3 or 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. And then
these were the evil. These weren't the nice ghosts. Or were okay?
They didn't. The one that came through for him, we deemed it as a relative, so it was definitely a good.
So it was a nice. It was a nice spirit.
Yeah, none of them seemed to have any negative energy towards us, with any of our questions or anything. But just the fact that we had names called was very interesting. Just really verifies the spirit box, for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we have any comments. I can't. It says the comment box is not open. I don't even know if it says we're live, so that's good. This stupid thing won't recognize me. I don't know why. I just the bell. It's not like it's. Oh my God, this is crazy. So, and was this person okay? Was he okay when you guys left?
Well, I talked.
Oh, good.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say, during the session of the spirit box, when he was asking questions and getting direct answers, at that point it got very emotional to where they let themselves out of the room, and that was pretty much the end of the night for this person. Out of all respects, and by the end of the whole trip for the weekend, he was doing pretty good. He felt a lot better. He got some answers to some things. So that was good. So,
it was something because he went right on the front porch, and I went out. I knew something wasn't right, and I went out and I talked to him, gave him a hug, and I said everything will be okay.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad everything turned out. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Chasing Prophecy, and my personal page. I don't know if you want to share it. I don't know if you can share it with on your page.
I did earlier.
Hi, Nina. How are you? That's your wife?
Yeah, that's the wife.
That's her. Do you like my hat? You can't really see how cool it is. I should make the screen bigger so you can see. You probably know Hocus Pocus. That's one of my favorite. Can you see my background? Isn't it cool? You see, I'm in the set of Hocus Pocus. Although the blonde had a red dress, but you do love my hat. I love it too. I have another one that has actual spiders crawling on it. It's a cool hat.
Really?
I don't. Oh,
Sweet.
it's a nice. Yeah. I was gonna wear the other one's my vampire outfit, so I look like I get into
Elvira?
dressing up, sort of like Elvira, but it's red. I should have
Red.
wore the red one for this because Hocus Pocus, the blonde chick, had she had red.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how it is. I used to go to a Halloween party down the street, but they're not doing it anymore. So I wore
So I
this.
wanted to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, while we were talking about the spirit box, I remember from last week, Dave was mentioning how he doesn't believe in the spirit box, and then we gave our opinions on it. Well, I was thinking about that this week, so I decided to do some like research on it, kind of dig in, just to see, how exactly they do work internally. And what I come up with is there's a guy named Gary Galka, I believe is his name, and he created the first SB7 spirit box back in, I think it debuted October 30th, 2009 on Ghost Adventures, believe it or not. But what he describes is this radio is modified so when the stations are doing their sweeps through the frequencies, there's actually a synthetic white noise that's actually in between the frequencies that we can't hear. So after researching stuff like that, that really puts into perspective, how spirits, communicate through white noise and use the energy, from the area or, the devices and everything. So that really just justified, because I didn't know that either until I really started diving in, because I was curious, like, how exactly do they do it? And now it's all put into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with EVPs, with like handheld recorders, because when you go back and listen, you hear white noise, and that's where the spirits come through.
Okay, I get so confused because it goes from the AM. You're hearing people,
right?
So go ahead.
I was going to say what you're hearing is as the radio sweeps over stations, sometimes you're hearing the stations. With the AM sweeps, we found it actually cuts out a lot of stations, but it's the in between. It's so fast that you can't see it, obviously. But when the sweep is so quick, it's the in between those stations is where the spirits are coming through. But we think it's actually coming through a station sometimes because it's just so quick. It's hard to differentiate. But the thing is, when you get a spirit voice that will keep coming through as it's sweeping and it's the same exact voice, that right there just really justifies how it's using the white noise that's put in between the frequencies.
I still don't understand.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Well, I know what you're saying, but
is.
I'm a little confused with, like, unless you can actually hear something, like, how do you? I was playing with this thing today. I don't know if this is an app, and I'll show you what I have. It's called the Ghost Talk. Oh, it's still going. I never turned it off. Wait, let me turn it on. Let me start over. Whoa. Okay, so this thing has. Can you see it? No,
not really.
You see this thing? It says it has 3.6.
Circle thing going again.
It says 3.6 EMF, and then you're supposed to ask it a question, and then you how do you do it? You turn off the mic, okay? You pause it, and then you ask a question, like you say, "Is there anyone in this room with me?" And then you turn the mic back on.
You die if it said yes.
I know. No, it's just stuck at 3.62. Now, how do you know one is a spirit?
Being that that's an app on a cell phone, those are one things that I'm really kind of skeptical of myself.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because with cell phones, they can give false readings on things, and then those apps a lot of times just have artificial word banks that just pop up at random. So I was doing a little bit of searching on that too, and it's a lot of them actually just randomize words, So it's
Right.
like I really don't believe
Okay.
in.
What about this one? Then this one is an actual AM/FM. It picks up, like you guys were talking about AM/FM reading. Let me see if it'll open it.
Will it let you reverse sweep on that?
What does that mean?
It does the sweep of the frequencies backwards rather than forwards. Like
I
if you
don't
hit
know.
this, like
Yeah,
if you hit the
that's
scan
the
button.
best way. See, to me,
Maybe
yeah, when you reverse it on an AM station and you're getting answers to your questions, there's no doubt in my mind that is a spirit talking to you through that spirit box.
Yep.
If
That's
it
why
goes
I
back,
like to
it
tell
shifts
people.
back and forth, but I don't know if it's. I don't have the pro on here, and it has all this stupid shit, like extra stuff.
You
But,
know what?
Bunch of
Maybe we
ads.
can get Jason. Maybe we can get Jason to do a little video of how the spirit box actually works and gives a little tutorial about it, and then you
Yeah,
can see
there
how
you
it
go,
works.
Jason.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah, because I don't. I mean, I was just playing around because I went up into my. We have a lot that I told you there was an old schoolhouse on it, and I used it up there, and it did shift. Now this is weird. This is crazy. No, I was using the EMF reader, but I was taking a bath. Now this is crazy. I went from the hallway into the bathtub and it skyrocketed. Now, this doesn't make sense because there's no electricity in the water. It went up to
Okay,
5, from a 3, went up to a 5.
okay. Do you have a lot of electrical things plugged into your bathroom? No,
No,
really. No.
no,
Okay.
no. And I
Okay.
told my mom, she was lucky. She said, I won't say what she said. Because there's a ghost in the bathtub with me. No, it was weird. It didn't make sense because it's in the bathtub. It's water. Why would the EMF reading go up from a 3 to a 5?
I don't know,
I
Jason.
think I have an idea. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but like let's take a K2 for example. It's a handheld EMF detector that a lot of ghost hunters use. If you get that device too close to a cell phone, even while the cell phone's idle, it could set that off. Now,
Yep.
if you're actually using an app on your cell phone to try and read EMF, it wouldn't surprise me if the phone's actually just setting itself off in the app.
I agree with you, buddy.
Nina said if it's on your phone, the phone emits an EMF. So if you receive data or anything, I know that, Nina, but it wasn't. I went through the whole house. As soon as I came in from outside, it jumped from 3.6 up to a 4. And then I would go around the house because I said what you do is, I don't know if this is true, guys. You're supposed to go over to the house and see where write down the number. So what it normally is with your appliances. And then if it jumps up from there,
Right.
then it might be a spirit. Is that right?
Yes.
I feel like it's possible, yes.
Pretty close.
But I'm still
Yeah.
skeptical about the whole cell phone being an actual EMF detector itself.
Well, Tara, she got one. She uses. I was going to get that. I can't even know if she's on here. I thought I saw her on here. I forget. I wrote it down, but I can't find it because I wanted to try that one. It's time to take off the hat.
There's
You gonna
another
put
app.
your other one?
Yeah, I love my other hat. I feel like Nikki. What's her name? Fleetwood Mac. What's her name?
Oh, God.
Come on, leather and lace.
Oh,
Oh, come on, help me out.
Christine McVie?
No. Oh, Nikki. Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. Okay. It was one half of the group.
That's what I feel like with this hat on. I feel like Stevie Nicks, and that's what Joni said. She told me. She said, "You look like Stevie Nicks." Okay, back to business. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've been trying to do it, and hi, Denise. Yeah, Stevie. Thank you. I what the hell is my phone going off? What the? Oh, it's the air. It's the moose. We have to get this call.
Yeah,
Hello?
please.
Yes, this is Jenny. Yes. Do you think it's possible that we can do an investigation on October 30th? A Halloween type party. Yeah, that yeah, let me put you on speakerphone. Yes, I was told that the second floor is haunted pretty much.
Right. Right.
Is it so what day do you have available that we can bring the team over?
I mean, you come in. That's the only 2 nights that. I mean, like I said, we have a band upstairs on the 30th with they want people to dress up, and then the next night we have just karaoke downstairs, and it's like another type of Halloween thing too. You know.
Oh,
I mean, the day before 29th, a Thursday, or you know.
How about the 28th?
It's usually, I'd say, kind of quiet here, or I'm trying to think what would be like. You probably want it like sort of quiet too, you know, be upstairs.
yeah.
Like we have something going on downstairs. Like I said, that karaoke down here, the 31st would be good for you upstairs. You know, I'm sure you want.
Yeah, let me ask my partner, Sean.
Yes.
What day is a good day?
We could possibility go up Friday.
I mean, Wednesday or Thursday would be probably a good. You know, one of them 2 nights would be maybe. I mean, we have a pool league down here on 29th. They're not real loud or nothing. You know, you can go upstairs.
We could do that.
I don't know if the men's bowling starts in, but they're downstairs in the basement. You know.
What other
that'd be
Sean, what other day?
Okay. I know
Just give me a second.
on Halloween we're busy. The 30th, the 29th. How about the Friday the 29th?
How about Friday the 29th? You're pretty booked then.
That's a Thursday, Sean.
That's a Thursday.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
30th
is a Friday.
So you guys, they have a party on the 30th. Can you still do anything? How about the
Yeah. In fact, I'll tell you what, it will bring us a lot of publicity. Plus, it would also.
Oh, he's breaking up.
Yeah, I hear that.
So he said that maybe that the
Bring
Friday would bring a lot of publicity. For
You there, Sean?
they have a band upstairs.
I'm here. Oh, they got a
You
band.
kept breaking out.
Yeah, they're gonna have a band upstairs. It'll probably be too loud.
Yeah.
What's
it'd be
next
too
week?
loud for them to do.
What? Are any of those days okay? Yeah, you guys wouldn't come into the evening, right?
Yeah.
How about you said the 24th? How about
Are
the
you
20?
good, Jason, for that day?
I gotta check my calendar. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll bring people up on the 24th. That's not a problem. Is that a Friday or Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
Yeah, not a problem.
Or is it? Do you have the 23rd open? You said there's bowling. There's nothing going on the 23rd. No.
Like the 24th would be the best Friday because I got to work
24th is
Saturday
probably
morning.
the best day then.
24th is Saturday, Sean, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you were
23rd
talking
is
about
Friday,
24th
and I got to
okay?
work. That's all right. Yeah,
Okay.
24th.
How about you? Was the 24th okay for the Moose? Oh, yeah, that would be perfect. Okay. Yeah. Great. What time did you guys want to go out there? Sean?
Get there about 7:30.
7:30, okay? Okay, great. Well, we'll see you then. Yeah, they'll show up and do their thing and then they'll leave. Okay. All right.
And tell him we'll give him evidence after we're done. It takes about a week to go through it, and whatever we get, we'll put it on a DVD or a CD,
Wait, here, I'll let you
and we'll give it to them.
Go ahead, Sean. Tell them again.
Hi, this is Sean Kelly, the founder of the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society, and what we will do is come in, investigate. We won't be there all night, from 7:30 maybe to about
He can't hear you. What they're going to do is they're going to come in on the 24th, and then the next week they'll give you evidence, and we'll give you the evidence what they come up with.
Okay.
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 All right. Sounds good. All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. There you go.
Bye.
You got an
Hey,
investigation.
check it out,
It'll be-
everybody listening. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
it'll be $25. So that's the 24th. That's cool.
There you go.
Guys, there you go. You can do it live. Yeah.
You're coming with us, right? Oh, you are cool.
I don't know. How would I do the lot? You
Come
know what I
on,
was trying
Jen.
to think? Okay, listen, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Is there a way that I can set this up and not be in front of it, but be on my phone? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, they don't have it on the phone yet. So you have to, if I could set it up on here and then leave. You know how I sent you guys a link?
Yeah.
Why can't I send
Yeah.
myself one on my phone?
That's
And just keep
possible,
this
yeah.
running, and then I'll just shut it off somehow.
Yeah.
Or you
sure.
guys can
Okay.
keep doing it until I come home and shut it off.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
tell your son I'll give him $25 if he sits behind your computer.
Yeah, he could do that. Yeah, he could do that.
All right.
Yeah, I can
Take
have
one
him
for
do
the
it.
team,
I can load it. I can load it up at his place. I don't know
Cool.
how I would do it. Yeah. He was just here. That's why I was a little late. So, anyways, back to investigating. So, yeah, if you guys are still coming up, my brother said he'd still like you guys. If you want, you can go up and check out his place. He has something missing from his place, and he
Okay.
doesn't know where it was. And the reason why I think it might have something is because one time I was up there before he remodeled everything, and we were in the parking lot talking, and we saw a shadow, like someone walking.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. Now remember, this is all on it's near the Bushy Run battlefield. So there's a lot of Indian land up there. And then our lot, we have there was an old schoolhouse. It was one of the very first one-room schoolhouse. Supposedly, I'm going to go down to the come on, help me. Municipal building, whatever. And I'm going to go look and see if I can find some records of what
That'd be
used
cool.
to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
where
that'd be neat.
where exactly it was. And then Carol Obley wants to come up, and she's a medium,
Okay.
and she wants to
even
do
better.
it. Yeah. And we can also just have a bonfire up there. He has a beautiful bonfire pit while we're doing it.
That'd be great.
Nice.
Because
Yeah.
we've got new equipment to use that we want to try out at the place.
Cool. But I'm not going to tell you what he's missing. So I want to see if you can get to find out.
All right.
See what if you guys come up with. I wish you could come here, but I have a very bad German Shepherd dog, and I don't think she'd like. You heard her yesterday; she was barking.
Yeah.
A lot of strange things have been happening here. My brother also saw a shadow person today walk by the front door. Yeah,
Wow.
and in this room,
At your place or his place?
no, at my place. See, we're all connected though,
Okay.
because it seems like, I don't know. Sometimes I think my mother's kind of starting to think that there is spirits here because she had an experience the other night. She was sleeping and she was so cold and she just was too tired to get the blanket. And she woke up a little while ago after that. It was so warm. And it was like someone had a blanket on her and there was nobody there. And I thought, well, maybe that was my dad.
That's
I
very
bet
possible.
you're right.
Yeah,
I
and it was around his birthday because his birthday.
I'd bet the house on that one, Jenny.
October 13th was his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figures. He was born on Friday the 13th. That explains a lot. Well, this room, I've been having a lot of issues with it. I went in to load up the computer and I go, oh shit, my computer don't turn on. I'm like, I'm freaking out because I don't have money to buy a new computer. I was figuring out, looking at everything. What's wrong with it? The whole side of the wall, all the outlets don't work.
Okay.
That's one thing. And then when I was setting up yesterday, because I couldn't get the green screen to work. See how nice it's working on here?
Yeah.
Yes.
I could not get it to work. No how, no way.
Wow.
So finally it took me, yesterday was just, the whole day was kind of screwed up. nothing seemed to be going right yesterday. This stupid thing back here, you can't see it. It's the green screen. It kept on moving.
Really?
I'd push it up, it moved back. I'd push it up, it moved back. Then I'm trying to figure how can I make my, I don't, you have to, if you're going to do a Facebook Live stream, you shouldn't have your background looking like crap. So I'm trying to fix it nice so it looks nice, so I have a nice background. Well, everything started falling down off of the shelves. So I was like, oh my God. And then everything with Mike yesterday, it wasn't working. Like he couldn't log on. And then I screwed up the whole intro. It's like, oh my God. It just seemed like nothing was working right yesterday. And I don't know. Sometimes I think it's this room, but.
Do you think maybe it might be the spirit of your dad since his birthday was just a couple days ago? Like he might just be messing with you like, hey, I'm still here, kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought that, but my dad, I don't think he'd try to screw with me like that. I think he would just he would kid me, but or like my dad had a habit of going like this on your shoulder. That happened to my son a lot. Now I don't know what's going on here, but between that and the shadow person downstairs, and then Ava barking for no reason yesterday, my mother said that she thought the dog was up here with me. Her bathroom door opened and closed. And she thought it was Ava, and it wasn't Ava. Ava wasn't there. And I said, I wish I could bring you guys in. That's why I want to get one of these tools to see if I can do something. And if it is my dad or my sisters, I want them to go. I want to go. And if it's somebody I don't like, I'll pull out the sage. I don't even know what I do with the sage. Somewhere around here somewhere, pull out the sage. But I say, I wish I could bring you in here, but I can't because she's not very, she would bark the whole time in her crate. It would just be annoying. But, well, we have, how long do we have left? We have like half an hour. Let's talk about yesterday.
Yesterday.
Like Vera.
That was a crazy show. There was stuff that he said that I didn't even notice that happened about the missile being shot off.
I never even heard of that. I never heard of that.
And it I don't know, it kind of like really freaked me out. We and Jason were talking about it, and after the show, and it was crazy. But I like Jason's part. About his age when he was explaining. Why don't you clarify on that, buddy?
All right. So basically, when it comes to like political stuff and everything of that nature, I feel like I'm in my early 30s, and I feel like my generation is kind of like an in-between kind of generation, because the generation above and below seem to really, kind of like dive in. As the younger generation, uses a lot of Facebook and Twitter, and sees a lot of stuff. Whereas my generation and a lot of my friends, so I'm not the only one, like we're stuck between the old school, plus now we have social media and everything as well. So it's like when I look at a lot of stuff, half the time I'm not sure if what I'm seeing like on Facebook and stuff, is it real, is it fake? I have no idea. And I feel like it's just an awkward spot. You know what I mean? Because it's like we have the generation above us that's really into it, the generation below us that uses the social platforms. And then I'm in that kind of generation. It's kind of like, well, we don't know which way to go. We don't even really have a whole lot of know what's going on.
Hey, Jen, I was watching Entertainment Tonight today, and I don't know. I didn't get to watch Trump in his townhouse. Oh, yeah. Whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. And that girl was really pressing him about QAnon. Did you watch any of that?
Yes, Savannah. Yeah, she wanted him to denounce them. She didn't. She thinks that he's involved in it. Well, we all know he probably is, but she was just trying him to denounce it, just like the KKK. And he said, he says, I don't know too much about it. It is a feel, the QAnon do believe that the elites are involved in a pedophile ring, what's called Pizzagate. And that was Podesta, Clinton, and that's what was in the WikiLeaks emails. the Pizzagate was really big a few years before. I think it was way before the election. And there was emails that saying, well, let's go get some pizza. Do you think pizza will take that long? How about an hour? Do you think pizza? And this one reporter woman, she said, wait a minute, who talks like that about pizza? And there's supposedly been a like a refrigerator underneath in the basement of the pizza parlor that's where they kept the kids, like that human trafficking. So that's where that all started.
What is freaking wrong with this world? It's insane. I mean,
it is insane. And you know what? It's like they don't want the liberals, the radicals. They don't want to admit that that's what they're doing. This whole deep swamp cabal stuff is there, and that's what QAnon is trying to tell. What it is you're awake to it. You're not sleeping anywhere, and that's why you hear a lot of the QAnon people say, "We're awake. We're not sleeping. We know, we see what's going on. We're awake," and that's what they're just trying. What it is it's just good and evil, good against evil, and they believe that. The Clintons, the Bidens, the Soros are all the evil people. And right now it's the media like Facebook and Twitter are trying to censor everything, taking us to a new world order where that's what they want to do is tear down everything like Antifa. Yeah. They want to tear everything so they can build it back up to the way they want, which is basically a socialist government and having, telling us what to do. And we don't have any say. We can't talk. We can't speak on what's on our mind. And that's what they're doing. And that's what Trump is trying to prevent. He wants to get that out of there. He wants to, to make us America again the way it used to be. And that's what the QAnon, that's basically what it is good against evil. And they want people to wake up and see. Do you see how they were controlling us with this COVID and telling us, the governors telling us not to go out, telling us when to go out and telling us what we have to put on our face, and that's not right.
But you know what? Remember when we talked last night, when I said, Tom Wolfe, if it was really bad, like they're stressing on TV, right, that Tom Wolfe would come down on us like a hammer. But I just read something today that a friend of mine, her kids are going back to 5 days a week, 5 days for school. Good. Yeah, which is great. So to me, but what really, 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 really bothers me, is some people who I know, who I truly love, they don't want to listen it from anywhere else. They just want to hear it from the asshole David Muir on ABC. And
David Muir.
And if I lose friends on this, so what? This is just me speaking.
I don't believe anything David says, Sean.
And
he's breaking up. I know he's breaking up. You're breaking up. You got to get a better internet. Come on, Sean. You're gonna have to splurge a little bit and get. Am I breaking up?
Yeah. There you are. You're back now. Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're listening.
They're Sean, you've been gone. Sean, you were gone for like 10 minutes.
Was I really?
Yeah, you disappeared like Houdini.
It's been 10 minutes. Where'd you go?
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm playing with you.
You're allowed to play. That's cool. That's cool. I'm like, no, I'm thinking, it's like I just want a shot from the mountaintop. And it's like, nah, because I'll have the British SAS or whatever the hell they're called at my front door trying to take me back to England for something. You know what I mean? It just, I just hate it where we cannot have free speech.
Yeah. We can't.
Did I break up again?
It's sickening. No, you're totally, this censorship's got to stop. This isn't 1984. I'm really scared that one day someone's going to knock on the door, like you said, and just take us away. It's like, you can't do anything. It's right. Not right. And the thing is, why isn't Trump doing anything? Why doesn't he do some kind of an executive order to stop it? There has to be something he can do.
There has to be. And I agree with it, unless he don't want to make waves right before the election. That's
Well,
the
I don't
only
know.
reason, because I feel like if he wins or when he wins or whatever happens, if he wins, that he's going to call in the Marines and take care of business.
I don't know about that. All I know is that it's getting really close to the election, and I can feel the tension rising. I don't know if you guys can feel it, because I do.
I
Feel
can.
it. I feel it. I can
I
feel it.
do.
It's getting every day. It's getting worse. And Mark Christopher, are you dosing him? What? The aliens are dosing him. Ah, it's Mark. Is that for is that for Sean?
Probably.
I don't know what the
You know,
aliens are
I
dosing him.
did see a UFO fly over my head today. That's the honest to God's truth.
Well, and that's another thing. And they like you know like that's what QAnon was. That's what Mike was saying. QAnon was saying, "Hi Ace." That there could be a Project Bluebeam alien attack. Well, how would we really know if it was real?
True.
You know, because we don't know.
Jason, do you have any idea?
Honestly, no, because it's, there's just so much out there. Honestly never know what could happen at any point in time.
Yeah, and tomorrow's the 17th, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, JFK Jr., buddy.
That big review
is coming back. That would be so cool if it was true.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome if it was true. Hacking, Mark. What do you mean by hacking? You mean hacking Sean? Sean, Mark thinks that you're being hacked by an alien. Oh my God! What do you mean? What does that mean? Hacking? I don't know what you're talking about. Speak in riddle.
No, what he's trying to say is that Big Brother or Big Daddy is listening to what I'm saying. They're monitoring it, and they're cutting me off.
They always make fun of me about QAnon. Oh no, it's Q. It's not. There was a big thing on CNN. They were talking about it. Well, this one guy, he was involved with the QAnon, and then I guess he got out of it. But it's like some people think it's a form of brainwashing. I don't know, but I get.
Well, you're breaking up too.
I get into it. Oh, am I breaking up now? Oh, see, they're hacking us right now.
I'm telling.
This is government conspirators. Yeah. Wait, what's this? Yes, we are. What is Augie talking about? Yes, we are.
Augie.
Augie. Hey, Augie.
Hi, Augie.
I don't know. Something's going to happen sooner than later, I think. That's why Sean's feed cuts out glitches, alien hacking. And that was from your wife, Nina. Jason. Hey, Jason, you're the same age as my son. How old are you?
34.
Okay, you're a little bit older than him. He's 31, I think. Right, Mark? You're 31. But he's into all that stuff. He's into all that. Yeah. He's really into all that stuff.
See, I think that's kind of like what makes the world go round too. You know what I mean? It's like you see different perspectives, like the people that are into it and then people that aren't so much into it. And then kind of just like meet in the middle and see where everybody's opinions are and see what happens.
Exactly. And that's why you probably should listen to Mike's The Real Deal Report, him and Dean Ryan. They go into so much stuff. And even if you just listen to it once or twice, you could get a little, because that's how I found out about JFK Jr. with the Vincent Fusca guy. That's how I found out about him. And when I met him, he's not like, he doesn't look anything like JFK. Go ahead, Sean.
But see, that 1 hour or the 47 minutes that we had with him, there was just so much stuff. I was just like blown away from it. And be honest with you, it was kind of scary there. You know what I mean?
What he was saying, I don't believe what he was saying about Pence. I don't see this Pence. I don't think he would never have that. He never wanted to be a vice president to begin with. And that Donald Trump approached him. He had no desire to be the VP. So I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know.
So I have a question referring to the JFK Jr. Like I remember growing up hearing I forget what was that, 99? I think he died or whatever. What I didn't hear anything about was the fact that Joe Kennedy, I believe his grandfather, about how he supposedly made a deal with the devil.
Oh yeah.
In exchange for, the curse of his family, essentially, so he could have power and fortune. Like, what's everybody's point of view on that?
Well, where'd you read that? Because that's really cool. I want to hear about that.
Dude,
I
I'm
remember, I'll have to dig it
Kelly.
up, but I remember I was hearing about that, when I was, younger, coming up as a teenager, hearing it different places. I'd have to do some digging on it myself, but it is out there. So I was just kind of wondering about that because, everyone's saying that he's disguised as Vincent Fusca now and he's coming out. I don't think he survived the plane crash. I believe
they never found a body. They
Right.
they never found their body, I don't believe.
But I mean, how many accidents do happen and they don't ever find bodies? There's a lot.
Well, the thing about that is apparently he would never. This is a story that Mike told on his YouTube. What happened the strange thing happened. He would never leave his dog, and apparently the woman the caretaker of his property would watch the dog, and these men came to the house right after the plane crashed, and they took the dog. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "We're taking the dog." "Who are you?" They didn't even know who this person was who came and took the dog away. And she still didn't believe that. She didn't believe he was dead either, the housekeeper. She said the way he came in and took the dog, it was just too strange. Like, why would they hurry up and come and get the dog?
Right.
Because they love their
Right.
dog. And I did see the video that Mike made about the woman was at the Trump rally with Vincent Fusca. And apparently that Gunner guy, or that woman who's the wife of Gunner, I'm not really sure if I'm saying, is that right? Sean, is that what happened? That they could lip read, and he said, "I'm I'm Vincent Fusca, come and go," and blah blah blah. So this person was just kind of strange. He is, I believe, because I looked at all the different pictures of him, and they're all different.
Yeah.
They're different. They look like him. They're dressed like him, but their nose is different. The stature is different. There's one that looks really buffed. And then when I seen him in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, at the Republican Committee opening day, this guy did not look like. He was very small stature, and I know JF Kennedy Jr. was thin, but he was buffed. And I think even after 30 years, if you're going to be into fitness, I think you're going to carry that on the rest of your life. If you're into that kind of, like weight or just being physically active, I don't think that it would have changed that much. But the guy you could tell the guy was wearing a wig. You could tell he had some kind of paint on his face, like Halloween paint, like to make his skin darker. But he was in that bad accident on 22. He doesn't have his Trump mobile anymore. I'm not laughing about that. It's kind of strange. It was the same week that someone sent rice to the president. It was just kind of like a week later. And so Who knows? Maybe somebody was out to get him, had maybe put a hit on him. You don't know. And then with this, what's his name? Hunter Biden and all that crap.
Oh,
things are going to hit the. What? Who's watching us?
You're breaking up. My picture left the screen.
You're still there, Pap.
We better.
Pap.
Like.
You go home now, Pap. That's so mean. What happened to the Malaysia Airlines 370? Mark Christopher wants to know. Yes. What happened to that? That plane that left? They didn't have no sign of it. Why couldn't that happen to with JF Kennedy's plane? Think about it. That plane that just disappeared. Do you remember that?
Yep. But where do I? You're breaking up. I'm breaking up. Jason's not the only one breaking up. He's the only good guy here.
Yeah.
You see how they're hacking. What do you call that? They're trying to take us off. Good question, Augie said that to Mark. Yeah, seriously. So can you hear me now, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
The Malaysia plane. Let me see. I'm going to write this. I'm going to go look for it, see if I can find it. So you're going to hear some of my fancy mechanical keyboard going, okay? It was a Christmas present from my son. I wanted to be cool because it lights up like playing video games. That's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to start playing video games.
Hey, Pap, now's your chance to put rabbit ears on your ancient router.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I got a brand new router, man. Come on.
You got a new phone. You're probably using an old router. Put some rabbit ears on it so we can get you in better.
Okay. Let me refresh your memory. The Malaysia Airline Flight 370 disappeared on March 8th, 2014, after departing from the Beijing airport with 227 passengers, 12 crew members on board. The Malaysia former prime minister stated that the aircraft's flight ended somewhere in the Indian Ocean, but no further explanation. Despite searches finding debris considered with strong certainty originated from the class, but no plane or anyone were found, and theories about the just totally disappeared, that it's now a conspiracy theory. So what happened to that plane? It just disappeared. Okay.
Okay. Did we not? We had Dave Bear on one time, right? Was it Dave or?
Yeah, Dave is Mike's twin brother.
Okay. Now, did he not say that the theory is that they landed on a little island, Diego Garcia? I was stationed there for a year on my ship, and you can land planes in Diego Garcia.
So what do you think? Do you think that could possibly be there? I mean, he's telling me that all those people landed on that island. And what are they doing?
Well,
is it like Lost where they're dead, or they're in some kind, like Nina says, some kind of quantum vortex like the Bermuda Triangle?
That's possible. I believe in that Bermuda Triangle. And
Augie said it could be a wormhole.
Could be.
I mean, you got to figure, they say that we've only explored 5% of all the oceans on the planet, so that's a lot of water. So in theory, it could be easy for a plane to disappear.
Yeah. So there goes our theory about JF Kennedy Jr. Now, he could be alive and he faked his own death to avenge his father's death. Now we'll find out if it's true on the 17th.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna be waiting to see the news broadcast. You never know.
Maybe it'll be like that Rapture broadcast where the Rapture was coming, then nothing happened. It was all that hype.
Oh yeah. Well, what about that alarm system in Hawaii that they thought a nuclear bomb was coming from North Korea?
Oh, I didn't
remember
that.
Know that one. Nope.
You didn't remember that one? Oh yeah.
Nope.
You know that. Well, there's this. I don't know. Right now, I think there's a big struggle with good and evil.
Yes, there is.
Oh, I believe.
Hi, John. You changed your name? No, that's right.
The only thing I'm waiting to hear is Gabriel's horn in the sky. When I hear that, then I know.
Well, you never know, though. That could be a Project Bluebeam.
Could be. That would be crazy.
Going back real quick before we have to head on. I heard that, Jen. What, Augie? I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, getting back to I lost my total strain of. Oh my god! I gotta take Ginkgo biloba. I swear. Where was I going? Shit. I don't know where I was going. What I would still go ahead, Sean. Quit butting into.
Oh yeah. Hey. No, what I wanted to talk a little bit about is the guest we had. The fall back, not this one, but the other one with the guy from New Orleans who was a paranormal investigator.
The one that doesn't believe
Remember
in
him?
The one that doesn't believe in the voice box or spirit box.
Yes, and I'm thinking to myself, and me and Jason talked about this, and it's like, then why are you a paranormal investigator? No, don't get me wrong. If you're out there, to me, paranormal investigating is to go out and see if there is spirits or ghosts or whatever you're looking for. But when you have the mental attitude going into an investigation not to see anything and not believing in anything, then why are you an investigator?
Well, I don't think that's what he meant. He just doesn't believe in the.
Bug me.
He didn't. I don't think that's what he meant. He didn't believe in the spirit box. I think that's all he said.
Well, he was. I remember he was talking about that, the K2,
Jason,
and some other things that he doesn't really believe in the SLS camera. So it's. I'm with him on EVPs are probably one of the best ways to capture spirits, but we have all these other tools, and like the SLS camera, what that does is I did some research on that. It projects roughly 1 million infrared dots that you can't see, and what it does is it measures the distance of the movement of the dots when something moves within it. And that's how it's able to find human, figures from, the human limbs, arms, legs, and everything of that nature. So that camera also doesn't depend on any light forms to work. So you can use it in total darkness. Now, one of our team members just got one, so we're going to put it to the test.
Yeah.
We're going to try some experiments and, so we can come back with our thoughts, as far as, that kind of piece of equipment. And, there's just a lot to it.
Well, is that different than a regular camera?
The SLS is the Kinect system, where it actually took the camera from the Xbox 360. And what it does is, people were using it to play games with, virtual games. And, but then they found out that you can use it to find human form. So they figured out a way, the ghost equipment builders and everything, to make this piece of equipment pretty much see spirits. Now, if it's true or not, I'm not 100% sure because we haven't experienced it yet for ourselves. But I figure, with an experiment, say we're running SLS camera and something appears, let's see if we capture some EVPs while this is all happening in conjunction with each other, to put more verification if it's true or if it's false.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's pretty cool.
It's going to be interesting,
So
it will be.
You can see the figure of it.
Yeah, they usually form in the figure of they call it the stick man. Whether if you're standing in front of the camera, it'll look like a stick figure. But like I said, it's all the little dots that they sense the movement, and that system measures the distance, and that can that's how it determines figures. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting. So I'm going to roll that out.
So you have this camera.
One of our team members just got it today or yesterday.
And they're going to bring that when they go to Irwin?
Yes, we will. And to your brother's place.
Cool. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, what's the difference? I see a lot of Ghost Adventures and stuff. They use those night vision cameras.
We have those.
See, what happened to you? You disappeared. Did you see that, Jason? He turned into a monster.
I know, ain't I?
That was scary. That was really scary.
Aliens.
Oh man, that was spooky.
That was already scary enough. Jeez.
That was scary. I'm sure everybody saw that. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Anita went back to a question. I just saw that. We're going back to the plane. Nina, are you talking about JF Kennedy's plane? Here you are. Nina, are you talking about JF Kennedy's or Malaysia? She said, where's the true proof that the plane actually left, that many people could be taken and used for government testing? Oh my God. That's horrible.
Wow. I haven't thought of that.
Yeah, that's creepy. And then she goes, in regards to, Augie saw that weird thing that you did, Sean. In regards to equipment not being reliable, it's easier to disprove something than to prove it. We are our best tools during the investigation. What you yourself feel and see. I personally don't believe a lot of the photos captured with a camera because a lot of it can be camera glare, refraction, dew, etc. So technically anything can be brought into question as real or fake. Long story short, all you can do is research your tools, use them appropriately, and go with your gut. That's from Nina.
Absolutely.
And she was talking about Malaysia. Yeah, that's she's about to. Yeah, maybe they are using this. That sounds like a good novel. Maybe I'll write that down. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think because I have a what do you call it? A camera that has night vision, and we picked up some really weird stuff with that.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's. It's just the thing is. It's amazing that these cameras can pick up things that we can't see with our own eye. And I was just having a virtual appointment on Zoom, or it was like a Zoom. And the person that was watching me, she said, Jen, do you know you have all these orbs floating around? Is your room dusty? I said, no, what do you see? So I made my screen big, and there was tons of them like flying by my face, all different color. She said it was the most weird. She said it was so strange. And this went on for the whole time. And then I went back and used my camera again, and it did it again by myself. So, but it didn't do it today because I don't see anything. Can you see anything flying around other than my green screen? That's not really good over there or over here. You can see all that. That's the green screen that's not hooked up right. Yeah. But anyways, well, guys, you want to call it night?
Yeah, we can. I'd just like to say one more thing before we close up.
Okay.
I just hope, and then I pray every night, I do, that we all, for one day, can just get along and be happy with each other. That's what I wanted to say. I've been wanting to say that forever. I just want everyone to respect everybody else and no more bickering, no more fighting. Just let everybody.
Well, I wish that was the case, but
I pray that it happens. Right? I pray it happens.
Yeah, it's kind of hard that if our world leaders could do that, our own, it seems like there's so much animosity towards each other, liberal against conservative. Let's see how many signs we can take down and how many we can burn and everything that's going on. It's sad. It's hopefully it will come to an end.
I hope so. How about you, Jason? Last words?
Well, I'm not sure what to say, because it's when it comes to like the whole political side of things, I'm kind of like on the outside a little bit, but I can say as far as like paranormal stuff, some advice for people that are really curious about it. It's not really something you want to dabble with on your own without any experience, because anything can possibly happen. You want to contact a professional, maybe try and join a group or a team, and everything. And then, go out with a team for an investigation, see if you like it and understand what you're doing before you actually do it. And something happens that shouldn't.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Very good, buddy.
Yeah. So what are you guys going to do the rest of the weekend? John, anything?
Nah, not really. Probably wash the walls and windows in my house.
You can come here. You see all those windows back here? I got a lot of potions. I kind of get messy when I, dabble. And they need
Of course, I got to work. I only get one day off, so I'll be working.
That's stupid. Why don't you get 2 days off? I'm teasing. I started a new job. I'm really not looking forward to it. I have training on Monday. That's not.
Oh boy.
What are you going to be doing?
I have no idea. No.
I just started a new job this year myself.
Oh yeah? What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I was an industrial welder for 7 years, and I decided to take a jump into a whole different career path. Now I'm doing truck driving.
Oh my goodness.
For a local company that I've been, dealing with other things for the last few years. And, they kind of took me under their wing, and now I'm out there just truck driving away.
Well, that's good. Just be safe. Don't be texting when you're driving.
Right. But it was that was a pretty big step too, because I don't think but I'm a type 1 diabetic. So I'm insulin dependent. Yeah. Until 2018, when they passed a new law, it was almost virtually impossible for diabetics to get a CDL license. So once I found that out, that they passed a new thing, I was all over it and ended up getting my Class A. So some new adventures closer to home.
Yeah, type A, that's an autoimmune disease, huh?
Type 1, it's weird because like I went straight from normal to straight insulin dependency.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there was no in between.
yeah, that's not something that's not due to your diet. That's an autoimmune. You have no control over that.
Yeah.
Those
yeah.
autoimmune diseases are. It seems like there's more and more popping up, and it's
I think
probably
it's the food.
yeah, probably poison.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill us.
Right.
I just noticed I got to spell check this. I put Pittsburgh Paranormal Chasing Prophecy Shadow Show. Shadow Show.
Oh my God.
Shadowy Show. Just like Pittsburgh. My son did
You and the
design my
shadow people.
logo. I know. My son designed my logo and he wrote Pittsburgh wrong. I said, "What? How could you do that?" And it was like out for like probably 2 months. No one. Finally some little dick. Somebody said, "Oh, it'd be nice if you knew how to spell. If you're going to do something like that, learn how to spell." I said, "What? What a rude person!" I said, "I didn't even notice it. Sean, you didn't notice it either, did you? You didn't
No, I
notice the
just saw.
Pittsburgh was spelled wrong? It was missing an S. Pittsburghs. There was no Pitts. It's like you live there. You don't even know how to spell Pittsburgh. Okay, whatever. All right, let's call it a night because I'm getting kind of goofy
right.
and
All
I'm
right.
starting to slur my
Alrighty.
words like Sean always says. You're slurring your
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, guys. I'll talk to you later. And
Good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us tonight to Pittsburgh Paranormal's Chasing Prophecy. Good night, everyone. Bye, Jason.
Bye-bye.
Sean left.
He didn't waste any time.
I know. Bye-bye.
He's like, I'm out. Bye-bye.